Hello. Trying out a little bit different camera angle or whatever you want to call it so that we can get a little closer. Happy Tuesday morning. We have another Temu haul. Very fun. I will have all of the links below. I will have a link where if you are a first-time orderer and set up a new account on Temu, you can get 30% off if you use my code. And as I mentioned last time, I did sign up for the affiliate program where I'm able to order some things at no cost and review and see what we think. And so yeah, that's what we're doing today. We've got some things. We'll do a review and we'll haul and create. So of course there it is. I cleaned my desk so I can't find anything. Got my scissors. So I do have an art show coming up at the end of the month. There's a women's festival in a nearby town. Lots of female artists and musicians and chefs and all kinds of creative women from the area. So if you are in the Iowa area, shoot down and see us on the 1st at Nubo. My mom and I will both be there. So I needed to get some things for displaying. And I thought that maybe, I'm just going to cut this. I thought maybe these little easels might be a really cute option. They're bigger than I thought they were, and so that is very nice. Let me grab so since they're bigger, they'll probably hold, I've got this journal here. Beautiful. It's not, I mean, huge, but it's not a tiny tag either. And these are super sturdy. And they're tight. So I'm extremely pleased with these. And $3.34 for 10 of those. So fantastic deal. Super excited about that. The other things that I got, let me see, for display purposes, don't worry, there's also fun stuff in there. But for display purposes are these little triangles. And I thought these would be cute for some of the smaller things, like, you know, like tags. And they're double-sided. They just sit on the table like that. So I don't have a tag handy, but here is a altered paper clip. So my thought was, now see, these aren't super stable for tall things, but I'm thinking if you bend them a little bit, you might be in better shape. That just might be too tall. No, look, there it stands. I don't know how much I would trust that with anything too heavy or too tall, but for some of the smaller things, little tags, that kind of stuff, I think these will be a nice handy addition. They were $1.79 for a pack of 10, so I got two colors on this one. I got the silver and the black. Let's go on to tools. I got a few tools. Let me just pull them out here. I should have been more organized, guys. You know how I am. I'll make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, so a handful of tools. So let's just start here on top. I got a couple of stamp blocks. This was $1.99 for 2. These are pretty pricey in the stores. Now, I will say, yeah, this is really funny, guys. So here's my other one that I got, and I just noticed I've probably had this for 6 months. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. That's been on there the whole time. No wonder I couldn't see through it very well. And so I mentioned that because I'm like, ew, they're not very clear looking, but I bet, I broke my fingernail. I would venture to bet that these have a coating on them. Let's see. Let's get our pokey tool. I don't want to do too much scratching, but they do. If I wouldn't have noticed that, I would have never, on the other one, I would have never. Like, come on guys, don't be a dope. I can't believe how long I've used that with that plastic on the front. Oh yeah. So I struggle a lot with these, with little stamps on my great big block, but these are great. And 2 sizes for, what did I say? Where'd they go? Oh gosh, $1.99 for 2 sizes. So definitely fabulous deal. And I think they've got other larger ones too, but I wanted to get a couple at a good price. So yeah, it ends up the same price as what you would get them at the dollar store, but they are thicker. So I do like that. I needed another dauber. I don't have space to do one for every color, although that would be so cool. This dauber was $2.99, and you get the handle and 2 foams. So, and I believe these are the same ones that I got before. Yep. So adding to that, we're gonna save this for a second and toss the garbage. Now this, I have a big guillotine that my very kind husband bought for me, and I have a small, I can see it over there, 8-inch, 8.5-inch, but I don't have a 12-inch paper cutter that I can do a full piece of paper right on my desk. Sorry, coffee break. And they had this for $1.26. I couldn't even believe it. So I couldn't pass it up. They got lots of different colors, but sometimes the different colors are different prices. And I will mention with the prices that I'm giving, they do change on there. Oh, it's sliding. I'm like, what happened? Okay. The prices do change sometimes. So the price may be a little bit different than what I tell you. But that is the price either that I paid or that they have listed right now. In my little description list that they give me. Okay, let's see. Let's just get a scrap of paper here. Really, I mean, come on. I've got paper everywhere. Let's find a scrap of paper. I'll try a couple different ones. Let's see. Some thin scrapbook paper. Let's see how that does. Very good cut. Book page. Sometimes book pages have difficulty. Oh my God. Sometimes book pages have some difficulty because they are thinner. Oh, this has tape on the back. They're thinner. Perfect cut. This one has 2, which might be kind of handy if you're trying to miter corners. Of course, I'll have to figure out exactly how to do this. I'm guessing like that 45-degree angle. Perfect. All right. Pleased. And oops, there goes some garbage. Really, guys, $1.26. Fantastic. Okay. This tool is a pen knife. And oh, it's got an angry cat. Oh, that's funny. It's got an angry cat on it and it says happy. And a bear. And it's a retractable penknife. Let me see if you can see. Try to not stab myself showing you. It's a very sharp tip. It is chiseled, so it should be relatively strong. Okay, let's check it out and see. I'm just gonna grab a book here from my desk. I want to see how this works. Fussy cutting is hard for me. Obviously with the big scissors, it can be a little difficult, but I have a hard time finding good scissors that are small. So let's try this guy out. So I thought maybe, let's see how he works here. To just trace. I'm probably medium pressure. Can't tell if that's going all the way. All right, so we need more pressure. This is thick paper though. And just tracing it like a pen, like you're outlining it or drawing it with a pen. Oops, I might have just accidentally cut his head off because I slipped. I'm just gonna go, well, there it's kind of tearing. It's definitely easier. I accidentally cut his head off. All right, sorry, buddy fly. It is easier. Now, I'm not getting, I didn't get the super sharpest of edge there. Now, when I first started, it was better. So this may be one that you have to make sure there's no felt or paper stuck there on the tip. But overall, definitely worth giving that a shot. And I'll try it on some thinner paper. Well, I'll try it right here. No, it doesn't. I know you can get these with a swivel end. This doesn't swivel. But I believe those swivel ones are quite expensive. Yeah, I think you just have to watch if you're cutting or dragging. You don't want to do, that's what I was doing. If you do just the tip, it's dragging. If you put it flat down at this more of an angle, you're using the full blade and it cuts much better. Okay, so nice find. Let's put that in our toolbox. Okay, now we have a few fun things. So I picked up these number stickers, and these were $1.79. Let's see if it tells how many you get. I don't see it on the package. They do have the white well, but they're washy. I would say they have the white edge, but they're washy. Let's see if they're also white on the top. They are. So they're not, it said washi sticker, but they're not washi. I would either distress these or cut that white off. I don't like that much white. But they are cool. They've got some neat things, little math, mini tickets. That's fun. Yeah, I like the designs. I think the designs are great. They're matte on top, so they're not going to be super shiny, so I like that. My only not happiest bit is that they have the white edge, but, I mean, it's straight edges. Cut it off. For $1.79, cut it off. These will be a good time. We'll play with these for sure. I'm making a mess of my little setup here. Okay, next. I have seen so many people do beautiful things with dried flowers, and I don't have any. So I ordered some. They do have butterflies in, but the butterflies are not real butterflies. Those are stickers. And I think it's, I don't even really know what, how expensive dried flowers are in the store. These were $3.49. And got a variety of colors and sizes. I don't want to open them because then they'll be everywhere. But I think we can do some cool specimen cards or to make into the front pockets of, or front of pockets, whatnot. All right. These little die cuts were $1.99. And I have to say, I did not look at the size, and I was pretty disappointed that they were small. But then I got to thinking about it. They've got this really cool texture. And I got to thinking about it, and I bet that these will look really cool as dangles, maybe just with a little sticker or a little bit of label. It'll be something that adds more depth and interest than just a small plain tag. So now I'm not so sad about it. Definitely going to try these out. I have enjoyed all of the dies that I've gotten from Temu, and so I expect that I will enjoy these as well. All the ones I've gotten, they cut well. Okay. Cardstock. I needed black cardstock, and I think we're going to play with this today, and we're going to see what kind of nonsense we can get up to. I want to say that this was somewhere around 190 GSM. It was, let me see how many sheets you get. I looked. I thought it was 10 sheets for $3.49. I don't know if that is a super great price, but I knew I didn't need a whole bunch, and I knew I needed some, so I went ahead and got it for this. Now, what I don't know, but I kind of want to find out, and we'll check it out today. I don't know if these, it looks like they have a different color core, so I want to try these out and see if we can sand them a little bit, like I've seen people do on the Tim Holtz paper, and it creates a super cool effect. So we've got these. The other thing that I got, I don't have any acetate. Now, I don't know if it is acetate. I don't know how clear it is. I haven't pulled it open yet. And I don't know how thick it is, but this was 5 sheets, 12 by 12, I think 12. They look like 12. Yeah, 12 by 12. And they were $3.99. So I think that seems like a really good price to me. So let's, moment of truth, open these up and see what we got going on here. They're listed as stencil material. Good. Those are very thick. Now I can't tell. Let me put it on the black here for you. Let's see if you can see. It does have some, it's got some spots on it. Now I don't know if that is dirty, which, you know, with handling, we all know how that gets. So let's see. I'll put it back on this black paper again. I'm gonna do a quick check to see if it's, maybe it just needs wiped off, or maybe that's just part of it. Let's see. Let's hit the other side. Probably not the best to do this with a baby wipe. I think it's coming off, guys. Yeah. It is, it looks like I might have maybe scratched it a little with this. Maybe not. So these are going to be thicker than what you get like with the transparency, but we might be able to make something cool with that. Those were $3.99. Okay, last couple things we got here. I have been looking for one of these date stamps because I think they're really cool. And they're kind of expensive at the store. I think I saw even up like 10 to 15 bucks, I think is what I saw. And I don't know, maybe I was just looking at the wrong place. Oh, forget it, I can't get that open. But this one was $1.26. So I thought, hey, I always get so excited when I find stuff on there. Yeah. Totally exactly what you'd expect. What are the years? Oh, I hadn't even thought about the year. What year does it start at? Oops. 2023 through 2034. That's not super tight on that one, a little bit loose, but I hadn't thought about the year and the fact that we aren't going to be getting vintagey stamps out of this, but maybe you could, I don't know. I don't know. Only stamp the, don't stamp the, cover up the year or something. For a $10 to $16, $15 savings, I'll take it. So that'll be fun. And one more stamp set, which is super weird. And I love them so much. Organs. So for, I don't know if I have ever mentioned it, I have a biology degree. Science was my deal in college. And I work at a science company. I don't do science anymore, but I support it in other ways. And check out the details on these stamps. Is that guy not the creepiest? I think I'm like, okay, Halloween, this is cool. And who doesn't love a heart, right? A real heart. So these were $2.99 for that set. So that's all the goodness that we got, and then we're going to play with today. So let me have a quick think, and we'll come up with something to do with our new fun stuff. I will be right back. Okay, I know what we're going to do, but first, I forgot the most exciting one, you guys. I can't believe I forgot it. I've been wanting some chiffon ribbon. I found this. Are these not the most beautiful colors that you have ever seen for our vintagey stuff? And look at how much you get of each one. I've looked at these in the store and seen, you know, at the cheapest, like $3 for a roll up to, you know, $6 a roll. These were $15.79 for a box of 9. Now the price, that's the price I believe now. They were a little less than that, but when I ordered them, the prices do adjust on there based on how good stuff is selling, but still 15.79 for the amount you get. Fabulous. And the perfect color combination. Love it so much. So I think we're going to use that. We absolutely have to use these stamps because they are the coolest things ever. So I think we're going to make some tags, and I think we're going to do it on black, and we're going to emboss them in white. So let's grab out our new paper trimmer, and let's cut us. How wide do we need to be? Let's see. Let's start with the heart, and that is about 2 1/4 wide. So let's cut off maybe 3 inches. Okay. Oh, well, okay. So here is one unhappiness with this. The numbers are, they're in centimeters. Now the little blocks are inches, but still. So 1, 2, 3. So we might be well served to mark them with a pen or something. That's not what I do. I cut it way too small. What did I go here? Let's see. All right, well, so speaking of, let's take a look. Oh, well, no, they're not exact inches. Okay, I'm not sure. They're 3 centimeters. I guess I can see that with the way, yeah, they're 3 centimeters. So it doesn't have inches. So that's a little bit, inconvenient. We'll call it that. But if you're not measuring in inches, then you are fine. It goes up to 7 centimeters. All right. Let's go with the heart. It's gonna be so cool, you guys. I think I'm gonna use this one because it looks like the perfect size. So let's go ahead and get our scrap paper pre-folded so that we can pick up after ourselves relatively easily. I've got a small dauber with embossing powder, ouch, embossing ink. And I've got this big one, it's dirty. I'm gonna use the big one because it's not as juicy. And I want to see if we can get all this detail. I'm gonna do it kind of in the middle. Not pushing. I got some ink along the edges here. So it's kind of hard to tell what that detail is like, but let's give it a shot. It might be too detailed to do the embossing on, but we're gonna try. Let's get our powder on there. Plenty of powder. Yeah, okay, so that didn't work real well. Let's redo. Let's redo and rethink our plan here. I might not have picked up enough ink, or it might just be too detailed to do the embossing. So let's try again. Lots of ink, lots of ink. Make sure that I'm pressing everywhere. It does happen sometimes that these stamps are not exactly even. I think that might be what it is, because I see here we're missing some. Let's go ahead and try it anyway. It might be that a part of this is just the tiniest bit thinner, but we can cover that with a label, should we decide to. Let's get this out of the way. And let's see what that ends up with. I'm gonna hit this with some heat. Let's get this melted. Whoa, a little twisty with my heat gun here. Let's untwist that and see what we got going on. Okay. It's cool. I don't know if I like it a ton being embossed. So let's do something a little different. Let's check it. Let's check it on these. I picked up a couple paint samples. Let's see what it does on this. I'm going to make sure I wipe this off really good. Get all that embossing stuff off. Actually, before we use our paint samples, let's try these out on just regular paper. I'm gonna get some scrap paper. I want to see first if this one, if it has a low spot that I'm causing issues with. I think it does, but If so, we'll be able to tell here because it's not even getting ink. So let's see what we might be able to do with that. Not that you should have to, but sometimes we have to get creative. So what if we ink it up like this and then press? That's better. Oh, I didn't press. What's that? I missed those? Yeah, I just missed those. Pressing down. Okay. Oh, look, it's got the little labels. All right, so this one we're gonna have to know is a little wonky. Let's try some of these other guys so that we can, oops, that's on there. So that we can know what we're working with before we're working with it. No issues with that one. Shall we try the eye? I'm really hopeful about this because it looks super cool. Oh, the detail is incredible. I'm not even mad about the heart. Look at the detail in that thing. Okay. How about creepy face? Creepy face, muscular guy. Oh, his lips. He doesn't have any lips. That's not going to work. Oh, well, I guess he's going right there. And I'm going to have to press on his... Oh, that didn't work so good, did it? What about on the bottom? I'm not super happy about having to do all this finagling, but it still gets a pretty cool result. I would say with these, you're definitely going to want to stamp on white paper and cut it out, or stamp first. It's a little not great. Let's do this guy. Okay, he's picking up ink everywhere. He's obviously bigger than my block, but that's not his fault. Let's put him here. We're going to overlap a little, but that's okay. We're testing. We're testing out. Oh, he is cool. The numbers are fantastic. Turning out very, yep, okay. And there's a couple spots I clearly missed, but he picked up ink So that's me not pressing enough. Why am I using my finger? All right, so all that said, we know that we want to stamp on something. Well, let's see which ones worked really well. We're still gonna go for it. Let's go purple. How's the foot? The hand, the eye, or here, an ear's pretty weird. Let's see how the ear does. I thought we were gonna go for it, but first we're gonna, the ear's perfect. All right, no heart this time. We're gonna go hand, eye, ear. And I have no idea what we're gonna use this for, but it's gonna be cool. So what do we want in the middle? Let's put the hand in the middle because it's got a slightly different level of detail. Unless we want to go with the foot. How is it that I'm making this so complicated? Just overthinking. You know, how we do. Oh, I moved it. Well, that's helpful. Not on the top of my game today, guys. Foot, eye, ear. That's what we're doing. Okay, and I know what it's going to be. It's going to be a journal card for our oddities journal. So let's go with the foot in the middle. And try to be careful. Let's try to be careful. Pressing. Sometimes with these stamps, you have to be really careful how hard you press. I do think it's going to take a minute to dry because of the coating. You have to be how hard you press. Be careful how hard you press because it will squash and smear, but I'm not really seeing that with these. Let me see if I can dry it a little bit with this. Let's see if that speeds it up. Yep, it definitely does. Okay. I wouldn't say I'm confident wiping my hand across it just yet, but yes, it did. All right. Next, ear. Let's put the ear on this side. See if we can manage this again. Don't move it, just straight down and straight up. All right, very good. Very good. Oh, these are so weird and fun. I love it so much. Love it so much. All right, eyeball. And right there. Don't smear it. Got it. Oh, cool. Guys, that's so weird. In the best possible weird way. I love it so much. What are we doing? All right, creepy friends. Off you go back on your little sheet. now we got to decide what else we want to do with this. Do we want definitely a journal card? We could back it. Let's see what we might have to back it. I don't think this might be a little much. I've got this sparkly paper, but that's a bit much. Because you know we wouldn't want to be too grand. All right. I think we can back it with this. And I'm just gonna make a little, I probably shouldn't do this with the pen, but I'm gonna make a little mark where we're gonna cut it. I'm gonna pull our cutter back out. It is convenient. Sorry, you're gonna see my head. It is convenient to have this larger one, I will say, for sure. All right, we got him straight. We got him on our mark. And let's go here. Straight. So here is this. Now let's go ahead and ink our edges, and we're going to go with our black. I think next time I do stamping on these cards, I'll probably use StazOn, just because it dries a little faster and it makes me less nervous. But it would be a slightly different color of black, so I don't want to do that here. I want things to look good and cohesive. So different blacks on the same piece, while okay, sometimes it just looks a little funny to me. I'm going to give this a second to dry before we mount it. And we'll add some stickers or something. And we'll be right back. Okay, looking dry to me. So let's go ahead and add something to this. Now, I'm thinking we could do like a pretty flower sticker, something that seems, you know, oddly not matching. What if we did something like that, or here, and then went with this kind of rose-colored chiffon across the top? I think that might be kind of fun. So let's see. I've never worked with, whoa, doesn't want to play nice. I've never really worked with this, but I'm thinking we should just be able to glue it. So let's see how this might go. I'll just get started. All I'm kind of just gluing it to my finger. I'll just go like this and see about how much we need. All right. Don't get too quick to just toss something aside. We'll put it back how it goes. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. Maybe instead of art glitter glue, maybe what we want to do is use our thicker 3-in-1. This might be a better choice. Let's get it down here at the bottom. Whoa, it's already there. Whoops. I think I'll put it down just a little bit, so we're going to cover. I'm going to go ahead and do the whole thing. We'll have to work kind of quick, but I think that's okay. Let's start there. Let's go down here, about in the middle, and then we're just going to start squashing and sliding. Let's see how we do here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Let's just get it on. Get it on. And then we can get, then we can add some more. If we need to. I cannot just glue it to my fingers. Of course, I've got tweezers right up there, but you know. And this might be worth running through the sewing machine too, if you so choose to do that. And if you have one, I think that looks pretty all right. The only thing with that is then you have to definitely make sure your glue's dry, because you do not want this all over your needle or your machine. Let's see about fraying this edge a little bit. Frays very nicely. Love it. Oh, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this stuff. Lot of fun. Okay, so I'm gonna add just a little bit on some of these spots that are sticking up quite a lot. Is that all we got? No, we got this guy too. Let's put some there. For the most part, we're looking pretty good though, I think. Okay. So let's go ahead and cap this guy back up. And let's pop this down. I'm going to use art glitter glue for this. I am going to put a little extra at the top. It'll grab onto that chiffon well. Some here in the middle for us. That looks about correct. Oh, maybe a little bit more down. All right. Nothing's coming up. Being careful though. Let's push that real well on the top. What a weird. Loving it. I'll hold that down for a second, give it a chance to grab. When you're gluing onto fabric, it does take a moment then for it to grab. Okay. Stick our pin back in. And we're going to use that. What do we want to use? One of these labels, maybe? How about the one that says specimen number? That might be kind of cool. Let's see. We know this. Let's go this way with this one, I think. And then do we want to balance that out by putting this here and maybe a little flower? Let's do that. I am going to cut this though. I want the white off. There we go. And I'm going to use tweezers for this one, since it's clear. Perfect. Perfectly weird in every way. All right, let's trim this. And let's grab that little bitty corresponding pink guy here. Oh, that's not a, that isn't a sticker. Oh yeah, it is. We just gotta cut it out. Could use our little tool. And here I am using my scissors. Probably should have pulled that off before. This will be an absolute nightmare to get off, but we're gonna try it. Oh, look at it, wasn't so bad at all. Not so bad at all. The littlest flower right over here. Okay. All right, guys. Here is what we ended up with. It's going to have a happy home in our oddities journal. Fun stamps and good way to start our Tuesday morning. So thanks so much for joining me, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so you can join me next time. And I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.